Hey YouTube, just wanted to check in here. It's been a little bit. Wanted to talk to you about 3D printing and what we've enjoyed about it. So I'm not a professional 3D printer. I enjoy the hobby. We started off with a really old FlashForge Finder. It was our first printer. We upgraded to the Ender 3 V2s. We ended up getting a couple of those and we had a blast with them. Honestly, we switched over to these printers when we got tired of tinkering on the 3D printer and actually wanted to start printing. Now, the Prusa was a little difficult out of the gate. It definitely had some kinks and needed some things worked out. As you've seen in my earlier videos, we were not very happy with the initial start of this printer. So much so that we have not even set up the other Prusa. It is still in the box. I promise you we are going to get that set up here in a couple of days. Now that this one is up and running great, all the kinks are worked out, we are much happier with this Prusa, and honestly it's been a great machine since we've got everything fixed on it. The Bambu is, man, I cannot praise this little printer enough. This is such a great printer to get into the hobby with. Now, we jumped right up to the X1 Carbon. They do have a couple models below this that are almost the same machine, minus a few key features. So this one does run about $1,000 if you catch it on sale. Normally, I think it's around $1,200. But they have sales on this printer so much that you should be able to find it for $1,000 pretty easily. And this has been such an easy little printer. Now my wife, she has never been into 3D printing. The machines were always a little bit much for her, having to do the slicing and all that good stuff and getting everything set up. So she's kind of stayed away. She sent me stuff she wanted to print until we got this. Once we showed her how she could download stuff straight from the app, she started printing things like crazy. She prints stuff on this machine more than I do. Very easy. Right now we have Spider-Man going in there for one of my daughters. Let's see, this printer is a little messy. And if you look in the back there, you can see a couple of filament poops that have fallen. We do have to clean this thing from just filament debris after every print, because it is a little messier than I thought it would be. And it does make a ton of waste. So you can see anytime you're doing multicolored prints, it kind of gets all over the place. It spits out filament. We printed this little chute. It's just attached with magnets. It kept dropping in this little corner here, so we added a piece of paper to try and funnel it, but that's to be improved once we catch up on our prints. The Prusa, that is the big selling point on this machine, is it doesn't have filament waste, not like that. It does the simple wipe tower, but it doesn't have to poop out filament to change colors, which is its biggest thing, and it's much faster when you're doing multicolored prints. Granted, this thing was a pain in the butt to get working. I've been told that the newer machines are have been fixed, and they've solved a lot of those issues. And it's the way it goes when you kind of order a brand new machine with the bugs and stuff they got to work out on them. But overall, this one has done really well. And these are some of the cool prints we've done on the Prusa. So, the Gears of War Crimson, that one, I'm never going to not love that one. It's got some deep texture in it. It's pretty thick. It's like half-inch thick. But really good details. Really liked how that turned out. I think this was the first one we actually designed for ourselves for a print, and I was just blown away by it. But we end up, man, we have so many requests for people to make us those. The Helldivers, this was pretty popular when the game was, much bigger. But now that it's got some new content coming out, we're getting a few requests for the Helldiver sign. Of course, all the Dummy 13 or TD13, whichever version you have. These are always a hit. We give these out at birthday parties all the time. They're just a blast. Kids love them. We got Carmine chilling up on top. We still haven't done his eyes. We need to do eyes for him. Of course, the Grinch mask It's one of my favorites. And then here's a couple that we're doing right now for requests. You guys have already seen Slash. This is actually the third Slash that we've done. One I have downstairs, it's mine. Then we've had 2 other people that have requested that we make them this Slash. And then somebody wanted this giant 8-inch Nintendo 64 cube. So these were all done on the Prusa. Very little waste. Turned out great. I mean, look at the quality on this print. Very easy to do and design things on it. The thing that sucks is when you're printing big stuff, you end up with this body right down here. This thing was going great until, like you see here, it had a layer shift. So it shifted. We're gonna flip it over. Focus. You can see that it shifted to the left on this view. Just enough to cause an annoyance with the print that we don't want to have to deal with. So we are going to reprint this guy, and I am very excited to show you the rest of him put together. He is my next video that I'm really excited to show. But just wanted to give kind of a 6-month update on the printers. This one, the Prusa, we've had about 6 months up and running, for consistently probably a month. Bambu we've had for a couple months now, and it is stellar. If you guys are new to the hobby, you're looking to get into something, honestly, these Bambu printers are fantastic. You are going to burn a little bit of extra filament, but the ease of use on this machine is awesome. My kids can run it. It's very intuitive. Changing filaments is a breeze. I'm going to move Slash here. We're just going to put him down. And we're going to move this 64 cube. Sorry for the motion. I don't have my tripod with me in here. So, change it. Literally lift that up. Throw in a new spool. And you feed it into this hole. It takes 15 seconds to change out filaments. When you're done, you roll this back a little bit. It'll pop out. Throw on your next spool and it's done. In the actual settings, you can go into your filaments and change the color there. And then on the Bambu app, when you go to print, it's going to recognize the type of filament and the colors you already have loaded into your AMS system, and it will apply that to any of the prints. So if you find something on their Printables app, or in the Bambu app, you can just select it, put it on the build plate, and print. I can't say enough good things about this Bambu X1. I know there's a lot of hate right now for the software and what they've got going on with that. But for actual printing uses, this thing's been great for us. We haven't had any complaints or any issues with it. So, just wanted to do a quick check-in here. Thanks for watching the videos. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you.